I was watching that podcast, the Tuesdays with Stories, where Mark Norman opens for Shane Gillis. Shane just calls him on. Do you want to do a spot? Just one opening spot. It's great. I'll just show up to Minneapolis and fucking what a life.
Yeah, he's like, I'll go. The pay is good. The treatment is good. I just do 15 minutes.
Yeah, and
I don't have to take pressure.
And 15 minutes for 20,000 people.
Yeah,
that's like beautiful.
Fuck.
They were discussing. Sorry to cut you off. They were discussing. That's how at that level unsuccessful they are.
Huh.
I'm telling you at that level. These guys are discussing that Shane Gillis sold 20,000 tickets in an arena. How many improv shows they'll have to sell out to equivalent? That's what I'll have to do like 40 shows at improv the whole month. That'll be the equivalent. And I understood. That's how these guys think. They're like, I'm still at improv, which is a big deal. 40 improv shows.
That's like you said, right? Well, Kenny did 3 back-to-back Good Shepherd. I did 6 MOC.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same.
I mean, at my scale, it's the same.
6 MOC, and that too, these are not solos. These are late night spots. I'm not even doing a solo show. Oh, but yeah, man. My solo's coming. I'm going to start in April.
Solo, yes.
Over again, yeah. Finally made up, I think, 40-45 minutes.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know now. It's killing. It's working or not. I have to check now. Yeah. The whole idea is you start to get a sense of when you want to do your solos is like, when you have so much jokes to tell, like not stories, but then someone flashes you, like Somnath or Jyotin will come and flash you. Like, I had so many jokes to try.
Oh.
And that's when you realize, okay, now I think I have to start doing my solos because it's clearly a... Like,
wait, let's contextualize for people who are not comics. So solo is when you do your own 1 hour show.
60 minutes, yeah.
And Anand recently got a lot of follow. You put out 30 minutes.
Yes.
And
which is actually like, when I say 30 minutes, it's actually for... I used to do that as my solo. And it used to come up to 50 minutes. And then for recording, I crunched it to 35. And then the edit, another 10 minutes went. So it was almost like my solo that I dropped.
Yeah.
After the solo, I was after that half hour, I was left with like maybe 10 minutes of material.
Yeah.
Like I remember the day I put out the solo and I had the half hour and I was doing a spot at one of the open mics. And I told Jyotin, I went, come in early.
Yeah. Don't give me extra time. Don't be generous.
I will be. And actually it happened. They came in late and I had like 2 extra minutes to kill. So I did the bit which I uploaded. I did not have any spare material. So I was like, okay, I have to do a bit.
Yeah, well, these guys have definitely not watched it
dude,
yet.
At that time, nobody had watched it. It was at 20K or 25K. So I like, even when I did it, like, and that joke got the biggest laugh.
Yeah, and that's when you hate yourself, right?
I was like, I'm doing
this. So for the longest time, my opener was this bit about my dad just having retired and hard-working middle-class dads.
I think it's the first video you put out, right? Yeah. The channel, every YouTube video is also.
Yeah. And I was before putting out the video, before the podcast, I was at that stage as a comic where I had to kill. The room guy had to watch me kill. So I got better spots, right? I always
was someone who... You had to get the tap on the shoulder.
Tap on the shoulder that, okay, I'll give this guy more stage time from next time.
Talking about.
So that's... And usually I'm performing at mics where the guys before me have bombed. So I need something to pick the room up.
Career, you are doing shitty mics, bro. You're not getting those peach of rooms and all.
Yeah. And even though I had the experience of more years behind me, I had just moved to Bangalore.
Yeah.
So in Bangalore, I was the new guy.
Got it.
Right.
Understood.
So I used to do that.
The skill set is there, but it's like...
the reputation is not there.
Reputation is not there. Who's this new guy?
They're like, oh, Bombay. And immediately they're like...
Bombay, you get judged more.
Bangalore comics are like, Bombay, Do one joke, let's see. No, it's like...
No, the thing is, I know yeah, true, actually, you're right. Yeah. Every scene, hates Bangalore comics, like the comedy scene saying that these guys are too purists.
Yeah, these and too snooty.
Yeah, they're very, like, sarcasm.
But if you have to be proud and snooty, I would rather be about the quality of work than the circle you go around.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the good kind of snooty.
Quality is so subjective.
No,
quality for someone in a Bangalore comic is completely different from someone in a Delhi comedy scene.
Okay, let me say this. The quality of Bangalore comedy scene, the standard, I align with that naturally.
Fair enough,
better.
Yeah.
So I was doing that bit everywhere, okay? Then I recorded it. Then I was like, oh, that was a strong joke. And now I realized that I've
Nothing
only
to-
set up jokes that are to follow a strong joke.
Okay.
Right? And they're all like, you have to
These
know.
are jokes that come after the momentum is built.
Yeah.
Got it.
And
Now there's nothing to build the momentum.
Yeah. And that I learned with the last 1.5 years.
That I've always noticed, like even Bangalore, when you try to record, once you record, is one of the best time to do comedy.
Yeah.
Because you can literally go in any direction.
Yeah.
You're not trying to like, oh my god, I have to get this bit ready by this month or something.
Yeah.
You just talk about anything you want.
I mean, after putting out 27 minutes last year.
Wow.
Yeah, no, 24 minutes last year.
Me or you?
Me.
Oh, I also put out 24 minutes.
Yeah.
Half hour is 24 minutes.
But I put it in 2 videos.
Got it, understood. Yeah.
2 weeks apart.
Yes.
Yeah, they both bombed.
But the second video is the glitch is one of my favorite.
Yeah.
The camera is cut off.
Yeah.
Like, yo, where is Aditya? It's his video. I can't see him.
But I'm glad the quality was not good and I removed it as a result.
Yes.
Because the bit became much, much bigger and better.
It happens, bro. Trust me. I have had this session with my friends where right around the time where a comedian puts a video, like on YouTube or on any this thing, I think that's the time all comics are on their periods.
Yeah.
Like mental state is very, I snap at little things. I'm always on my phone checking like, what the fuck, what is this hate comment? Oh my god, this guy said that thread, all that shit.
Yeah.
It's one of the most vulnerable time for a comic. So at that time, the wrong decisions and hurtful things, I tell my friends, don't take me seriously.
Yeah.
This is like, I'm on my periods.
Yeah.
You know what? Give me 5 days, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And so it's true. It's funny because whenever I put out my videos, my friends don't want to hang out.
Yeah.
They're like, you hang out with comics, and it's actually true.
Yeah, actually it's a lot better also because what happened to me was I didn't hang out and this thing bombed.
Or you hung out with your wife, which is even worse.
And in general, I was at home alone for a long time, right?
A lot of your own voices.
Own voices and everything. And then I snapped at a comic. I snapped at Piyush. Right? He was like, "Kyun bhai, kaun se?" He was like,
"Kahan se utha ke dala
ye font or something." And then I snapped at it. He's like, "Brother, is everything okay? Chal chai peene chalenge."
Yeah, I totally get it. That's why when I see a comic who's just put out a video, right, I don't give any... Because I know, dude, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst feelings in the world.
And
especially when it's not working.
And usually people, when they come up and say stuff like, ye na, pehle dalna chahiye tha. Uske baad ye dalna chahiye tha. Yeah, I did. And I'm like, thank you for giving me discount after I have bought the product.
Exactly. Yeah, it's those kind of people. अरे तू यहाँ से खरीदा?
हाँ.
मेरे को बोलता.
अरे मेरे चाचा का फैक्ट तू बोलता तो मेरे को ऐसे दिला देता.
Yeah, exactly. No help when I met you at the open mics. Yeah. No help when you were going after me and you saw like 3 minutes of act. Yeah. Nothing you said. No. None. I hate those comics. Like when after the video put that like. You know what's the problem? I'm like,
like you weren't selling the joke.
Yeah.
The problem is
yeah, you get so angry. And that's why I hate it. Like, I love giving advice or like telling comics what to do is when I see their act.
Yeah.
That is the time you like nudge him in the right direction. Here, go here, run with this, run that. Because that'll show in the video. You don't come after the video like...
Yesterday, that's what happened. I told you, right? I did like 4 spots. And I was hanging out with these young comics, Harish and Vernon and all these people. And they've just like... they want to pick my brain constantly, right?
Okay.
So they're like, I have this bit, how do you rephrase this? I have that bit. So I did something nice with a premise that Harish had.
Okay.
He's like, bro, you want to take this bit? It actually sounds better than you say.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, thank you. But no, I have my own bits.
Yeah, I have my own bits.
I needed this, thank you.
I do that all the time. And all the younger comics I see, like when someone comes and tells me a bit, no matter how bad it is, my immediate thought is like, no, don't say this is hack or this is bad. Try to help him out in a way you can turn it in non-hack.
Now I have figured out how to give them advice. It is listen to the entire thing, don't interrupt.
Yeah.
Listen to the entire thing, then distill what you think is funny out of it.
That's it. And just
tell them this is the bit.
Yeah.
Now everything else...
be a very good, like, imagine if a stenographer was good at paraphrasing. You know, that's what I'm trying.
Oh shit, that's a very good. What a pull! This is actually, if you've heard the 50 states abbreviation Gary Gulman
yeah.
in that it's all imaginary. He's
Yes,
talking
full.
about these people who are abbreviating the US
I know
states.
that.
And
Alabama, we're up to good stuff. We're up to good stuff.
and he says something.
Albuquerque. What? Okay, we'll circle back to that. We'll
Circle back to that. And it's like, he says, this is when he used to cuss in his act. He's like, it's already been used, you fucking moron, is what he says, okay? And then he moves on. And then he's like, Doddy, secretary.
Yeah.
Can you read this back to me? It's Alabama, you fucking moron. Not there, not that far.
Exactly. It's like that's what you need to do with the comic. You need to tell him, okay, crunch down the bits. I think what we should do to comics is tell them where to start.
Yeah.
I think the thing is when a comic or anyone comes up with this funny observation or whatever, they think that it's that thing that they have to reveal in the last. Like that. I think, and then they reveal that this is why I think that.
Yeah.
And I think, dude, no, show that and then, dude, according to this, I think this is correct.
Yeah.
I think that's what.
I just like it when comics are like, here is how I do the bit. I'm like, do the bit for me.
Yeah,
it's sad, do it fast, do all the disclaimers, but do the bit.
Yes.
Right? And then I'll tell you what you're missing. Because every thought, if you've thought with the intention of wanting to make people laugh, there is some funny in it.
Of course.
Right?
It made you laugh.
Yeah.
Now the thing is how to make others laugh with the same thought.
I've realized you just have to help comics separate how they want to be seen by other people and what made the bit funny for them. You separate it out for them because they can't do it. Yeah.
It's like when they wrote it like, and they try to deliver the joke by like similar to the last comic they saw.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If they see like when you see a lot of Bill Burr, you try to deliver the joke like Bill Burr.
Yeah,
you see a lot of Louis.
Right.
What the fuck? Like you do all this hand gestures come into play, but when it's Louis, you go.
Yeah.
You do a lot of this.
Yeah, that was particular.
Legless people. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
But yeah, none of the comics watch this podcast, so there's literally nothing why we're talking about this.
Yeah, no, I would like to think that.
Oh yeah, maybe some comics watch it.
Oh no, I would like to think that the non-comedy audience might want to know how we come up with jokes. It's hard work.
That's true.
It's hard work because the like when you look at a painter, you're like you appreciate the effort because you're like I can't do it. But fucking comedy, everyone's like I can do it.
Everyone's
I'm like how dare you?
Everyone's
what is this
funny.
audacity? Dude? No one's like A.R. Rahman, Roja. They're like thoda. मैं कर सकता हूँ like
true nobody will go to like A.R. Rahman concert like अरे नहीं वो वाला की नहीं ये वाला की बजा that's true. No, but it is one of the most and also one of the worst art form because this art form cannot work without an audience. I think any other art form can work without an audience.
Yes.
The number doesn't matter. I mean Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin, they can still play for 30 people and 10,000 will sound the same. But a comedy 30 to 10,000 will just worlds apart.
Yeah, I think comedy is also like it's
just a sad profession.
Yeah, it's very sad. The behind the scenes is so sad. And also like how you were just saying that these guys are talking about 20,000 performing. What a life.
Yeah.
Mark Norman opens for Shane Gillis. But he used to clean hospital toilets at one point of time.
Yeah.
Then there was a time when he used to do the odd jobs like
the
window cleaning, tightening the screw, helping recover the lift in a building.
Anything to do comedy.
Anything. All of that he has done. And his life sucked. He was sad for a long fucking time. Now he's been sad for so long that all this happiness that's coming,
he doesn't know how to.
He won't know how to use it.
True.
You're not functional.
Even Nate Bagasi, hear that story. They used to do that. They used to like go do spots till 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And then sleep. And then do like a mail delivery from afternoon.
Yeah.
And then do it for like some 5-6 hours where you get paid bare minimum.
Yeah.
And then immediately show up at the mic. And they used to busk.
Yeah.
These guys are like buskers also. So and now this guy is like selling out. Like he's close to Shane.
Yeah, arenas.
Yeah, he sells close to Shane. I think.
He's the largest ticket seller who's clean after Brian Regan.
Yes. And I think not just clean. He sells more tickets than any comic in the world.
Yeah, I think so.
It's not just the comics who are clean.
I recently had a really non-comedy, normal human being. I think at work or relative or someone. They were like, I like that Nate Bargatze. I was like, wow, he's
reached there.
He's reached a normal
a household name level, dude. That guy has reached. But no, when you see those, you see the struggle that they went through. It's like crazy. And you'll see that none of the Indian comics went through that kind of struggle.
No, see, all the Indian comics are like engineering graduates.
Yes.
Yeah, used to work in corporate.
Yes.
Or still work in corporate.
They saw comedy at a brewery and like, I want to give this a shot.
Yeah.
This is exactly how most Indian comics are. Which is what how I started.
Yeah.
I was like, mine was weird story. I was like depressed as fuck. And I used to watch Russell Peters again and again.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's how we all started.
Yeah,
Russell Peters.
all Indian comics started Russell Peters. I was at home. I didn't know about. I was just to watch Russell Peters. I was depressed, and he used to make me laugh. And I was like, those actors, somebody's gonna get hurt real bad. I just love those punchlines to watch. And I think that's how I started. But it was never like, oh, you know how rap is.
Yeah.
Like rap right now in India is like that.
Yeah.
People struggling and like it's like a voice to be heard.
Yeah.
But comedy is not like I was struggling. I wanted my voice to be heard.
No. Comedy is still you're still like how do I say this? US is very brutal, right? In the sense that most people who want to follow their dreams don't do anything for safety before.
Okay, there's no safety net.
Yeah, like...
So if they fail, they fail.
There are so many blue-collar comics in the US.
Okay.
Right? Like janitors or people who waited tables.
Like truck drivers.
Yeah, truck drivers.
I've seen those cowboys with the cowboy hat.
I mean, Louis was working in a tire shop. Yeah. I mean, even the comics who are struggling have maids who come clean their house. It's a very
He's talking about himself, though.
Yeah. No,
he has a bit about his maid.
Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to say. That these guys, when they talk about their struggle, I mean, in our life, relative to our life, we do struggle, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. Our struggles are how mundane life is.
Yes.
That's our struggle to showcase how mundane. But there, I think, I want like Dharavi comics to come out and then start killing dude.
Yes.
You need those. That's when comedy will be like, oh my god, fuck this. This is an actual art form.
Yeah, exactly. In Bombay, there used to be this lady. Her name is Deepika Matre.
Yeah. I performed with her.
Yeah,
she bombed one line of Badya Kam.
I've only performed with her on the same.
She is the only comic who'll get a standing ovation before a set.
Yeah. That is all the guilty rich people.
We had this joke. I can't do it on screen.
What? I'll cut it out.
The joke was, she was the one who used to get a standing ovation because she was a maid and a comic and all. And domestic help, sorry, my bad. And then she would bomb, and when she would leave, they'll like call her back and clean it. Whatever she did, they tell her to clean it. Dude, she fucking stuck this place. I used to laugh so much. So we did that show, the Bangalore Comedy Festival. It's a fucking 800-seater, St. John's Auditorium. Everybody gets like 10 minutes, and I go up on stage. I think she's before me. Or one act before me. Fucking radio silence.
Okay.
Like she bombs 8 minutes straight.
Her Hindi is also very Bombay Hindi.
Very Bombay, and she's like, matlab hame kya pata? And also, it's like comedy nights with Kapil Sharma kind of humor.
Yeah.
But it's coming from a place of
honesty, like her life.
Yes, and it was funny.
Yeah.
But the whole idea is just that people who are sitting in the audience are all like fucking. They're all IT graduates. They went to good school. They can't relate to her.
That is the problem. Because you see, with these guys, American comics, when they talk about it on the podcast and stuff, they have like a policeman on the road being like, "Hey, I like your joke." Our policeman would be like, comedy.
That's one of the things. Our diversity is our biggest problem.
Yeah, huge problem because there's no unifying experience, right? Everyone's experience. Like I would like to see a Zomato delivery guy's perspective, right? Like
I would. I mean, they do watch comedy. Like I've seen a lot of Kannada comics being recognized at like shops.
Yeah.
They come to go buy something. They're like, "Sir, are you that?" Like Suhas has happened that a lot. And they're like, "Okay, great." But I don't know. They don't appreciate the humor as such. They appreciate the usage of words.
Correct.
It's like like that they enjoy.
Because the stand-up, the whole setup, like the way we set a joke up, right? That's not how anyone talks.
Nobody
in
talks
India. No one talks. We are taking a Western screw and fitting it into a really Indian hole.
And India, the whole idea is in India it will start working, but it'll take some time.
Yeah,
because you're like, it definitely.
What? It's 15 years.
Because the faith that I have in India is not just because they're like, oh, I will make it happen. It's a calculated thing, because if you go back to 80s and 90s, the kind of movies that we saw.
Yeah.
A lot of, like, even in Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, or you watch multiple languages, family-oriented comedy.
Yeah.
Like very situational comedy. People laughed at not just like someone slipping on a banana and falling.
Yeah.
Someone really stuck in a very bad place.
Yeah,
and it's funny.
Correct.
So I think Indians appreciated it. It's just that now they don't have the language to connect.
Correct.
I think so. That's what's gonna break that. I think that's what Kannan does.
Yeah.
But what I see a problem when I open for Kannan and Kenny is I also see a lot of people, not just the fact that they understand English, thoda elite feeling aata hai mere ko. These are not people like, acha, I know this problem in your life. I've seen it, someone else having this problem.
Yeah.
I do not have.
Yeah, correct.
Like,
It is these are all, I mean, I hate to generalize, but these are the people who share stories about Israel, Palestine.
Yes. You know, these are the people. I'll tell you, these are how the people. These are the people who don't drive anywhere.
This is your own insecurity.
No. Hear me out. No, I'm not saying like...
I know what you mean.
I mean, even cars.
Yeah.
But they don't drive. They sit in the back. They're like, oh my God, look at the traffic problem. I'm like, you have never been in that traffic where you're...
They don't have carpal tunnel from changing gears.
They don't have those, those hands are red because you're just stuck. I'm just telling that. Like, I'm saying all these people I've seen, like, they have never... even if they do drive, it's for fun.
It's they're driving not for commute.
Yes.
It's driving is the activity they're doing.
Exactly. I mean, those kind of people.
Correct.
And you know what? Those people, like, they have enough money that they can survive without learning the most basic skills.
Of course. Like,
you get a,
I totally get it.
Like in my house, if the tap starts working, I have to go in. And if it's only not possible by me, then the plumber enters.
I'll tell you a simple example. I was living in Bandra, right? And my neighbor, this category that you are talking about. So one day,
Bombay, I see a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them. They don't, like, in Bombay, people who grew up in Bombay, you see most of them, irrespective of the class, they don't know how to ride bike, car. They've never had to.
They never had to
learn, and poor people are exploited so well that household chores you get. So, when in a building, they cut off the water supply to clean the tank or something. And when they reopen it, sometimes the water doesn't come from the tap, even though they've opened it. That's because the washer has collected all the rust and dust. Right? So you just...
And it will be just like very slow, like water will be dripping.
Yeah.
Because it's like all the dust has come and accumulated with the force of water.
The brown water has to go.
I know,
so you just go underneath the tap, feel for the screw, and you open the washer.
Everything goes out.
Empty it and then put it back. I just did that for her. She's like, oh my God.
Who is this?
My neighbor.
Oh, you did that for her and she went batshit.
She was like, oh, that's clever. That's so clever. I'm like, clever? My dad, I was the guy going inside the tank and cleaning when I was a kid. So,
I'm so glad that I cannot enter the tank. Otherwise, they would still make me do it.
Yeah, dude, when we were in Hyderabad had that borewell thing, no corporation water. So, and the borewell would be at the end of the road. So, I've gone from the house, take a bucket, and that that.
So that's what I'm saying. We are the first level of comics who are coming up from middle class. Now from us, it has to go to poor.
Yes, it should.
Below middle class. Like, just look at the comics who all started.
Yeah, they're all like IIT pass out.
Yeah, they're all someone who are like, oh my God, I have 2 lakh salary, but I don't have a purpose in life.
मैं कितने दिन में कोडिंग करके अंग्रेजों की थपथपाई लेते रहूंगा.
Exactly. These are like, you get what I'm saying, right? These are people who have like a I don't know how to say this.
I see. They're like, what is this Kafkaesque life that we lead?
And you can imagine, like,
I just read 2 books of Bukowski, nothing matters.
I swear to God, I'm telling you, those people cannot show comedy in its real form. I think comedy is funny when you're really like, people from the lower middle class start coming and talking about it. Like, how funny it is.
Yeah, dude, when I could clearly see the difference. I had these jokes about how saving electricity was like a sport in my house, right? And I used to do the bit in Bandra, and people were like, what do you mean? You don't have AC on all the time? The first time I was in a room that had AC, I was 17 years old. And it was my friend's parents' bedroom.
Oh, yeah, got it.
And where he's like, ek baar AC feel karne ka. I was like, ooh!
We've all done that. Go stand in front of this fucking device.
Because the first McDonald's I went to, it was outdoors. Like, we got a seat outdoors. And only my dad went inside to pick up the order and come.
Only he felt the AC.
Because, if you take the kid will order more, no?
Correct.
So, he will go bring it.
Bigger thing. He had his thing focused.
Yeah, focus. He was laser focused. Now I go to Andheri and crack this jokes. People are like, dude, mere ghar pe bhi hota tha ye.
It's true. It's Bandra is completely different, dude. It's like for us, it's like when sometimes when I do a mic in like UB City. Yeah. I get the same vibes. Yeah. People are like, you saw everyone's wearing Fab India. Like,
what? Get coffee for 20 rupees?
Yes.
It must be bad.
Actually, bitch is the best.
Yeah. What about the slow pour? What about the first bloom? Yeah,
whatever that shit is.
Yeah, you know.
Have you ever been to third wave? Like, I have been to third wave. Not like have you ever? Every time I've gone to third wave, it's either a date, or actually it's for work. Like I met a client who was like, "Why don't you meet here and talk?" That's the only. Otherwise, it's just a date. Because women like to go to those places. Otherwise, I've never hung out with like my comic friends. Are like, third wave chale.
No.
Feel aa jayega, bro.
Only because of women. And also, I've never been inside a third wave. I've only ordered home. And that too because sometimes I want that, in my fat face, I was like, I want the Vietnamese shaker atto. I want condensed milk. Abhi condensed milk kaun laega, banayega.
So just order kar do.
Yeah, just order kar do. But
then, I understand. You had an IT job, so I get it, you used to order. But I'm saying I quit my job too early in my life career, right? So these things were like, because I get those all comics happening. We always hung out at a tapri shop.
Dude, last week, Kavya was like, hey, let's just figure out dinner by ourselves, okay? I'm eating at some fucking expensive Korean place.
She was telling you this?
Yeah.
She's going to have dinner with someone else?
Some colleagues, 4 or 5 colleagues. So I was like, okay, I'll also eat outside. I stopped at a Darshini and had masal puri and 1 coffee. 72 rupees, done.
It always happens to her. Like my mother was, this happened to me day before yesterday. I was sitting at home, my mom was like, kuch snack khane ka man kar raha hai. So I generally order masala puri or something. Yeah. She's like, no, we always have masala puri. Today I'm not in the mood. So I was like, you know what? It's been a while since you had Dilkush, Dilpasan, and egg puff.
Iyengar Bakery.
Iyengar Bakery stuff. Now Zepto has this new thing called the Zepto
Cafe. Yeah.
So
pretty good.
It's pretty. Listen, I opened it. It's like 1 chicken puff, 125.
Oi.
1 egg puff, 105.
Oi, tell me where they are, boss. I'll go kill them right now.
Zepto Cafe, okay? And then it has one Dilkush, which is like one round is, I don't know, I think one slice is 55.
That's very expensive.
So I added everything to cart and then I came to this thing checkout. It said 455 rupees or something. 460 for like some puffs and some Dilkush.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you can buy Iyengar's Bakery.
I just told my mom, like, you know what, ma? It's too expensive. Give me 5 minutes. I'll just go and come. So, yeah, sure. Took my dad's bike out. 50 meters down the road, there was a new Iyengar Bakery.
Same stuff you bought.
Dilkush. I bought like a chicken puff, 2. Everything put together came up to like what? 110. Everything put together.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So that mentality we always have.
Yeah.
I saw it in you also.
Where?
Like, not the Darshini thing. That I told when you got a new bike. Congratulations. Yeah. And I told you put Shell. And you look down like, bro, Shell kaise bro? मेरी औकात के बाहर है bro. And I'm like, what? It's just 10 rupees.
Dude, if I put full tank is 10 liters. If I put 10 liters, that's $1,000, dude.
Yeah.
That is like 10 beers.
But yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, $1,000 is a lot.
So, dude, one outing you go for, like with Kavya or something, how much do you end up spending? 2 grand, 3 grand?
That is why I save the money.
2 for that.
For me, I don't spend anything. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying
all my clothes are bought. Dude, in YouTube recording, you will be able to see an ink stain in my jeans.
That's just so fucked up.
Yeah, I mean
that's completely fine. That's the thing about men, dude.
Yeah.
He can go like that.
And I'm like,
Dude, I saw this poster for fucking Book My Show. I saw Harsh Gujral's new show. The poster I saw, I'm like, this is not a comedy show.
Why?
He's wearing a loose white, I don't even know what the fuck
that 90s suit, right?
No,
loose.
I know, he's not, I don't know what he's wearing. It's not a 90s, it's not a suit.
I got it. It's like a sweatshirt, but
it has
onesie.
a big gap here.
Yeah, and a big onesie.
Yeah, it's a big onesie. It has a big gap here.
Yeah.
And he has his hands on the back pocket.
Yeah.
He has a back pocket.
Yeah.
And he's looking into the distance wearing a glass. Not even eyes seen.
Any
poster you make, you have to number one ad is people have to see your eyes.
Yeah.
That's the number one role of advertisement, right? So, but this guy's wearing glass and is written "Jo bolta hai wahi hota hai." I'm like, this is a concert tour. This is a Coldplay poster.
But they don't. I feel like Delhi comics, they don't see comedy as the same thing. We see it as we have to be the underdog. We have to be the under. They don't see it like that. The audience is heckling, is yelling at you, will throw eggs if they can, right? So you have to be the alpha.
Got it.
So if the poster is "come for my show," then only South Indians will come. Yeah.
They will eat you up. No, I'm not saying it's not going to work. Of course he's going to sell out.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that he's not going to sell out. But when I saw the poster, I'm like, who are, like...
Yeah, I mean, how do you... Even if I had money, I would not feel that way about myself.
Yeah, you know, like I would just like, who convinced you that this looks good?
Yeah.
Like that's who I want to talk to. I'm like, bhai, kar denge bro.
Dude, he's in A-list cinema, dude. Like,
that's true. He did a movie with who? This guy? Arjun Kapoor.
Yeah.
Arjun Kapoor.
Correct. Arjun Kapoor and Bhumi Pednekar.
Oh yeah, okay. And हमारे बसी साहब ने तो रणबीर और
Shraddha Kapoor.
उसके बाद कोई movie नहीं है. I'm surprised how he didn't do another movie.
I'm sure there are other that he's
projects that are.
He wasn't bad. He was a decent actor.
I have not seen the movie, so
I saw the movie.
Yeah, dude, comics will not be bad actors. It's very hard for a comic to be a bad actor.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, this is actually coming from Seinfeld, which like comedians are the worst. It's true when you put them on the pool against fucking Kramer and George Costanza. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Don't judge them against like three of the best actors.
Yeah.
And then, like,
all three of them are so much better than Jerry.
Exceptionally better.
All he has to do is not fuck up.
His lines, or maybe just like make sure you don't looking at the camera. You show your head so you don't.
What do you do? What do you gotta do? That's all you have to do.
That's all you gotta do, because the other three will take the show for it.
Yeah.
And it's that. So what I'm saying is, he's not a bad actor. Because
when I had a job, I spent, baby. and at that time, Jerry's just like, I'm like, dude, they figured out you can only do this much.
Yeah, you can do. Your spectrum is too less. We'll just fuck around here. Let the other people take the limelight and do whatever they want.
But look at Louis. Look at Bill Burr.
Louis is one of the best actors.
Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham also is a very good actor.
Andrew Schultz is a decent actor, dude.
Bobby Kelly
is a great actor.
Bobby Kelly is very good. All these comics are damn good actors. So I'm like, you have to give them a scene like that.
Yeah.
You can't give them like an emotional scene where they're crying like. They can't do that. They can't do Nasir.
The character has to be written like a real person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is like kind of like, okay, this thing that person can do.
Yeah.
Don't expect a comedian to come romance and make it look like George Clooney. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
That's not called bad acting. That's called bad casting. Like, you can't expect them to do that. Which is what Indian comics will do. Like, Kanan Gill.
Good comics will be good actors. Yeah. That's why Veerdas is not that good an actor.
Oh, dude.
He's so average.
He's average everywhere, bro.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying about Kanan? Kanan's you saying is a good actor?
No, but the thing was, the movie didn't sell because you can't make a comedian a
romantic lead.
Yeah. I think you can.
The Christmas Norwegian movie.
The Sonakshi Sinha.
What
is that called? Something it's called.
Noor.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of the movie.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, when it's little bit hard.
The second part is coming. Nuti one.
101.
Noor is 100.
Yeah.
This thing.
So what I'm just saying, like, it's a bit hard for even audience to believe in India, I'm saying.
Correct.
I'm saying, like, even Amy Schumer, when she did Trainwreck, she is the lead, but everything is going wrong. It's a rom-com, but everything is coming along.
Correct. Yeah, it's not like...
It's not falling apart.
Yeah, it's not like she's like Steven Seagal knocking down doors and...
Yeah, exactly.
Hitting.
She's not doing that.
It's a vulnerable character.
And also she's not doing Eat, Pray, Love like Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Or where it's like, I'm figuring myself out.
Yeah,
if you're a comic, it has to go chaotic.
Yeah.
Everything has to fall apart.
And the part has to be written where they show the vulnerability.
Yes.
We are good at we are good at not avoiding the vulnerability, sitting in it, feeling bad, and then writing jokes about it.
I think one way, like how I would put it is, comedians, when you watch Louis, right?
Yeah.
You see the episode start, he does comedy and he's killing. You think his day is going great.
Yeah.
And then you see him fall so short of something that he wanted to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, I'll go back to bed. I'm done. I lost another day.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, I think that's what people start liking.
Totally, dude. Like today, just today, I had electrician, plumber, and carpenter come home, okay? And I had to get work done, which is the most difficult thing for me. The reason why I love urban companies is because the app, I already told the app what I want you to do. I don't want interaction.
I know.
But then I had to be like...
But it's Indian companies, bro. Indian, बातचीत में तो चलता है.
Yeah, because he had to be like, sir, यहाँ पे बीच में रखो, वहाँ पे रखो. And I was like, oh shit, I have to take a decision. आपको क्या लगता है? He's like, sir, आप जहाँ बोलेंगे मैं कर दूँगा. I'm like, no, that's not the...
This is why our Indian parents are great at, like, that workers coming home. It's just they are great conversationalists.
Yeah.
Great, like, अरे आप अच्छा बिहार से हो? अच्छा यूपी से हो आप?
I'm so proud. After everything was done, I can only do, sir, आप चाय पियेंगे? Sir, आप पानी पियेंगे? Yeah. Now, you know I'm a good person now, right? I'm not avoiding talking to you because I'm a bad person.
Yes.
I just want to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Then at the end, he's like, वैसे आप सर कहाँ से हैं? पूना. अरे मैं पूना में 2 साल काम किया हूँ. Like, उसके पहले मैं बॉम्बे में था. मैं बोला अरे मैं भी बॉम्बे में था. He's like, sir, 3 सिटी में हम साथ में रहे हैं. क्या बात है sir? I got full happy. Dude.
Yeah. No, that's something you have to do. That. You have to learn that from Indian parents. Like how my dad would talk to the plumbers and he'll be like, सब कुछ अच्छा 2 बेटी है कहाँ पढ़ रही हैं? ओ बड़ा बेटी इतना बड़ी हो गई? ओ अच्छा.
पढ़ाई बहुत जरूरी है आज के जमाने में.
अच्छा CBSE में डालो. ये स्टेट सिलेबस कुछ नहीं होगा.
जैसे ही 12th होता है बैंक का एग्जाम लिखने बोलो.
So good. And also you'll know, like my dad will know, like when the project is about to come to end, because just he will stand at the door of the bathroom.
Yeah.
So the guy is working inside, my dad at the door, and he'll just look at mom like, Nandini, and tea will be ready.
Yeah, dude, I love that.
And he'll just correctly, the guy will come out like washing his hands, my dad will keep the tea, and then he will start bargaining. Now you can't say the exact rate.
Dude, the middle class people are so much more empathetic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we are almost the same. But rich people have separate bottles, separate cups. I hate that.
Dude, that thing that when you see an ad for like this HNI, this new word I love. High net worth individual. High net worth individuals.
I thought high network income HNI individuals. No, but you're right.
High net worth individuals.
Yeah, high net worth. High net worth individuals.
Yeah, high net worth individuals.
Paisa wala log.
Makes sense. Paisa wala log. That's the better way to say it. And now, have you seen whenever they're building, like I saw this ad on my Instagram. I don't know how it popped up on my feed. It's a house for 10 crore in Bangalore. I'm like, okay, what is it doing in my feed? Okay, I was a little taken aback. What's Kick-Ass house?
Yeah.
It's like Kick-Ass, it's on the rooftop, like a penthouse kind of thing. It's duplex with a private pool.
Your will be like my great grandson gets to pay the last 75 installments.
Done. Yeah. I mean, dude, fuck installment. I don't think so. I can pay the initial amount. Token advance will be
10
like some
crores?
15 lakhs.
Yeah.
10 crores, okay?
But what is this, like a
it's not a house.
townhouse?
It's a big ass apartment complex. So penthouses they're giving you.
Oh, like a villament they call it.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
Kind of element, yeah. So now the thing is, my point I was trying to make is when you said, right, separate bottles for this thing. These guys, when they give a tour of the thing, they're like, this is a 1 BHK, this big ass bathroom, big ass this or whatever. And it's all the same. But the last thing they say with no shame, it's like, there's a separate door for the staff, so they don't enter from where you enter. They have a separate house. And I'm like, how is nobody...
That's shitty.
How is nobody... That's the thing. You reach this level of rich or this level of money where it's just how we are.
Yeah,
Like, it would kill me to have like, no, you come from the other door.
Yeah.
To tell someone to come from the other door.
I won't be able to do that.
Yeah. I can't even imagine myself like, acha, aaj galti se aa gaye. And like, it's okay, dude. She's come through this door. That's all. Now this is the door she comes through.
Yeah.
I will rearrange my life according to her.
In fact, just to prove to her one day in front of her, I will come through the door she is supposed to come through.
Just to show her. And if she doesn't get it,
like you, me, we are all the same.
Next day, I'll call the fucking contractor and start break the wall. Like just let go of this door. It's useless. I'm not going to talk to her. I'll go through this.
You won't believe my in-laws had come and they like tea. And my Kavya was like, can you ask the maid to make chai? So she made chai and I made coffee for her.
Oh, that is so funny.
I'm such a pussy at
Oh,
getting
that is so funny.
things done.
That is so funny. Oh, Aditya doesn't like tea. I think he wants coffee. He's like,
Yeah, no, I made it for her.
Oh, so no, I know.
मैं आप उनके लिए चाय बनाऊं, मैं आपके लिए कॉफी
बनाता
बनाऊं. Kavya's like, dude, we've come a whole circle.
Yeah,
There's no, yeah.
At the end of the month, Kavya gives her the money and like, you must split it.
Yeah.
Just take it however you guys want to
But
do.
I don't understand the other aspect of taking service. Once people get to that upper middle class, slightly rich, HNI people, what they also do is they're like, if it's just the sink is clean and you just have 2 cups, 1 Maggie you made, 1 bartan, you'll be like, यार एक ही बच्चा है मैं कर देता हूँ. Like for me, I'm a little OCD, right?
Fair enough.
So I'll just quickly clean it. Kavya will be like, तू सब करेगी तो वो क्या करेगी? मैं बोला, तो क्या मैं इस गंदे डिश को कल दोपहर तक रखूं क्या? Like, let her do what she does.
Yes.
Just by me doing one dish does not mean I've
heard
wasted
this story
money.
from one guy who was Suman. I heard the story. Like they were Brahmins, but they were still poor.
Yeah.
So they were living in a village and they had like no money for food. They were that poor, so the vessels were empty.
Yeah.
But they were Brahmins, so they still had maid. They had no money to buy food, but they had like maid who would come and clean the utensils and go. So now the mother, there's no food, so the utensils are spick and span, right?
Yeah.
But still, when she comes, you don't want to send her without any work, so just put 2 thalis in the wash. Yeah, clean this and go.
Even though it is clean.
Yeah, just clean this and go again. Just so that they work and go. No, dude, Indians, that I'm telling you, the high.
Wow,
It's a very Indian mentality, bro. That's what I'm saying. When I see these things where people say the different entry for star, and you're like, dude, that is not, you're not going to work on. But a comedian, if he says something on the screen, you fucking go in a batshit.
You'll be like, oh, you're punching down on the low people of the society.
Yeah,
like,
what about that guy?
Yeah.
He doesn't want you to enter from the same door he enters.
Yeah, and they're openly able to, like, you're talking about the realtors. They do the video, right?
Yeah.
And here we have the
Here
one
we have the
bedroom.
thing and
Everything is vastu, spick and span.
Yes, exactly those videos. This is, you can see, it's a end-to-end windows where you can see a beautiful view of the city.
These are the Parisian windows.
Yes.
Yeah.
And those videos, they always end with the same thing. This is a room, house for the staff and a separate entry for the staff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how is nobody questioning that?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Don't fucking come where I am hanging out.
Yeah, and if you've noticed, one thing the Indian homes have is one puja room, right? The puja room never faces the entrance where the maids work. They always do that. You know, in my house and all, we never lived in a house big enough for a puja room. Right?
I know.
So it used to be kitchen.
It's more like a puja extension.
Yeah, one stool in a kitchen where you put
exactly
one Ganpati photo. So, lot of people are like, but the maid will be there. You know, this is a pavitra area. That they do that.
I know.
I know people who do that.
It's so fucked up when you watch that and then you get angry at a comedian for saying shit. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How are you angry at that? Dude, he makes a coffee for his maid.
Yeah.
He should be allowed to say whatever he wants.
Fucking. And
just make a video of that and put it online, like, and then say whatever the fuck you want.
At the end of the video, I'll put that video. Dude, you know that Deepika Matre, she was a maid, right?
Yeah.
So she used to have this joke that मेरी मैडम है, वो बड़े प्यार से बात करती है मेरे साथ, लेकिन जो बोल रही है वो बहुत मीन होता है.
Funny.
हाँ, that's very funny. बड़े प्यार से बात करती है कि दीपिका ये कर देना, वो कर देना, और करने क्या बोल रही है ये संडास साफ कर देना. Like what she's asking me to do.
Oh yeah, got it. Understood.
Yeah, and then she says, पार्टी होती है तो पार्टी के लिए मुझे अरेंज करने बोलते हैं कि ये राइस इसमें डाल दो, ग्रेवी इसमें डाल दो, वो डाल दो. फिर 2 दिन तक वो फ्रिज में रखते हैं बचा हुआ. तीसरे दिन बोलते हैं अरे इतना सारा बटर चिकन है, आप लेके क्यों नहीं जाती? शी इज लाइक, जब ये आया था मैं वहां पे थी. अब मेरे को 2 दिन पुराना खाना दे के अच्छा इंसान मत बनो.
Yeah, no wonder she bombs, bro.
Yeah.
The audience who comes to watch the shows are
they're
those
like
people.
shit. I'm sorry.
Those are the people. Oh, dude, that is like no empathy. Indians have no empathy.
Yeah, every time she used to do that bit, it used to kill because some people are laughing in guilt because they're like, shit, my parents do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and other people are like, fuck. Talk back to that rich fuck. Yes.
You go, girl. Like
you go.
I understand. It's very funny. Dude.
She also had this bit where she's like, my madam, for days I would see sir and madam in the same room, but they would not be talking. But every time the dog comes into the room, they just smooch the dog like.
Very funny. Though.
Yeah.
I can only remember one person when you said dogs.
Hey.
I mean, that is my pet peeve. I mean, like, I can't see when people make out of the dog. I can't. It's my pet peeve. It's like I cannot. Like I had that with Lucy multiple times. When she's come here, I'm like, no, no fucking.
I know the trick with Lucy. It is when you talk in front of her face, right? And the dog can now smell the breath. She wants to lick you inside the mouth.
Ooh,
So you just hold her mouth and you're like, "How are you, Lucy?" And then I just stand like this. She does one lick here, and I'm like, "That's enough. Now shut up." Yeah.
Now shut up.
Yeah.
No, I just cannot. I think it's just like a very childhood thing.
Yeah.
Because I grew up with a lot of street dogs and I've seen what they eat.
Yeah.
So after that, I'm like, yo, nowhere are you coming?
And also, for me, it took me a long time to get a dog to lick me because all the street dogs, they show the teeth much, like your body language is not, when you don't have a dog, when you've not been around dogs, you
always
the default is scared.
Reserve.
Yeah.
Like, that like, no, you're not allowed.
Only rich people I knew were friendly to dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Poor people were horrible to dogs because
they've gotten bit by dog. It's a very hostile environment.
Yeah.
I know. It's like, and also with all due respect, when you're really poor, it's like, bro, it's like dog is invading your real estate. It's like me or him.
I gotta tell you this story, okay? There was this stray dog called Jimmy that used to hang out outside our road.
This is in Pune?
In Hyderabad.
Hyderabad,
So we had a gate and every now and then my dad would be like, "Arey, this dog gets bullied at night by the other stray dogs."
Got it.
So I will, it's 9:30, I'll open the gate, the dog will come, let it sleep inside. My dad loves dogs.
Inside the community or the house?
It was an independent house.
Oh, okay.
So inside the compound.
Okay, inside the compound.
Yeah, I'll close the door. And then...
latch the gate, you mean?
Latch the gate inside. The dog is inside. Morning, I'll let the dog out.
Let the dog out.
Yeah, but not inside the house.
Got it, understood.
Between the gate and the main door.
In the compound.
And my mom hated dogs.
Okay.
So he somehow convinced her, Pavam, look at her. She's getting bullied. He's getting bullied. So under she came and she started lying. It's like, God knows if she has eaten or not. At least we'll keep water. Okay. Then he's like, anyway, the milk is going bad. Let me pour some milk. Okay. Then after a point, he's like, keep little extra rice from now on. We'll give the dog curd rice, okay? One day, my dad used to come really late from work and my mom used to not eat before he eats. You know, that Sati Savitri thing.
Yeah.
And then, because I'll tell you the logic also. My mom was like, what if I eat and he doesn't come home and he dies on the road? Then I will have to see his dead body on a full stomach.
Which will be I'll already be sleepy. I don't want to go to the mortuary now.
You know what rice does to me.
I should make you sleepy, dude. Can I see you in the morning? Just put him in the freezer.
Fuck, it was very dark. Okay?
Yeah, it's a very
stupid
women. Even my mother is like that.
Yeah.
My dad, I remember when he was working in army, there was a shift where he had a very terrible shift. So he would come home at 10:30, 11, and we would eat. Me and brother would eat, and we would sleep off.
Yeah.
Mom is the only one like waiting.
Yeah.
And it started affecting her health.
Yeah.
Which is where my dad was like, shut up and eat.
They like the idea of I will serve him.
And
it's not like we'll eat together also.
Yeah.
I'll serve him because he doesn't know how to take. Right? That's the logic.
That's the logic.
Yeah. So anyway.
What they say is I'm like, it's all is on the table, right?
Yeah, and it all has spatula inside.
Everything it has.
Yeah.
You're saying dad doesn't know to do this?
What? You just ate the rice, dude? There was sambar, dude.
No, but I think it was the main reason was not just the Sati Savitri thing. I have this take on that. Because as I've grown up, I've come to understand this. That's what adults tell kids. It's not I'm waiting for him, I care for him, he doesn't know. It's the cold shoulder they give once they are back. Oh, you ate without me, huh? Okay. That's what fucking couples do.
And for the woman, it's like, you didn't eat. How will I eat without you? You know I don't eat without you.
Okay, I was waiting.
But did you consider? You come 11:30 you come.
It's that
both have the...
Once you enter a relationship, you understand it's not the fucking love. It's that I don't want to deal with her.
Yeah, it's like accumulating the charges as like, okay.
It's that.
Tuesday waited up for you.
Tuesday she didn't wait for me.
Yeah.
And he's like, she's like, Monday I waited till 11:30.
Yeah.
It's keeping scores, bro. That's what relationship is at the end of the day.
And the same thing happened because my mom had waited and it's like 11:30. I've eaten at 7. Okay, and my dad came, my dad ate, and then my dad is like, and wore his lungi and he's roaming around the house. And my mom is...
Is that an ambulance?
No, it's the...
Fire alarm. It's a factory alarm, right?
No, bro, it's some DJ putting that in between a song.
God, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, you were saying something.
So my mom, while eating, my dad has eaten, everything is done. My mom is eating finally at 11:45, and while eating, couple of times she's doing that thing, that accumulating.
Yeah.
She telling him how bad my day was. She's like, so much gap I left, no acidity. I'm not able to swallow.
Yeah.
I think I'm already full. And she's eating. In between, my dad has taken and he put the rice for the dog, and there's no rice left for my mom. Like, Jimmy needs curd rice. She's like, fucking Jimmy doesn't live in the house, sleep with you and raise kids.
That's what I'm telling you. It's like the dogs takes real estate once they enter. That's the Indian poor family that totally get it. They're like, no, I love you, I have to fucking sleep outside.
Dude, one time my mom was saying, so my mom has huge trauma because when she was a young kid, a dog came up the stairs.
Okay.
Like, not a pet dog, stray dog. And she got claustrophobic a little bit. She got scared and she fell down the stairs and broke her knee, right knee. And 2 months she was in plaster. Believe it or not, the first day after the plaster was removed, she fell again, but this time she slipped because her ankle twisted and she broke her left knee also. So her knee both have like this giant protruding thing. She can't kneel down. She can't. So and she's like, it happened because of the dog.
Acha God. So whenever she passed trauma.
And then she was one day telling me that fucking dogs took my knees. They took my curd rice.
My husband. Oh, well, that is too funny. That is so funny because only Indian dads are capable of doing this.
Yeah, and then you should see my dad's guilt. Okay, dad's like, I thought you said acidity, that's why I didn't. I thought this was the old rice. I didn't know this was all the rice.
Yeah, because he's like, I fucked up. And you see that the dog doesn't give a shit. He's just eating there peacefully.
Dude, we hadn't gone to a restaurant for like 10 months until that point. Next day we went to Deccan Continental.
Please come. Please come.
Finger chips. 2 times I will order. Please come.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because even the thing was, my parents are also very anti-pets. But it's just they just love animals too much. This is the once the pet has to come in. Once it comes in, they will be like fine,
same, yeah. So that's what happened with my mom. I was living in the US. We had just adopted the dog, and Kavya's graduation. So my parents wanted to come for that. She's like, so where will you keep the dog when I come? I'm like, here.
Your parents wanted to see Kavya's graduation.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys your family knew about each other like so long ago.
No, we were living together.
They knew about living in.
And yeah, they knew. They lived in the house. Kavya's grandparents slept in our bed while we took the couch. Yeah, grandparents also came.
Oh.
She's very loved.
I mean, I know loved, but this is like...
My parents didn't come for my graduation. Just if you're wondering. 3 years earlier, they didn't come.
But I think that's funds issue.
It
wasn't funds issue, right?
No, I didn't go. I went to the graduation last minute decision. Who's going to go for graduation and all? You climb there like some white gal be like, and for the commerce, the electrical engineering graduates. Aditya Natarajan. And then I have to collect a degree.
Yeah,
you know that diploma you collect? Yeah. That's not the real diploma. That's just something that says, thank you for attending the graduation. Real diploma you get 1 month later. So this is all just ceremony.
It's a photograph.
It's a photograph. But my roommates forced me. They're like, dude, your parents have spent money.
You should go.
You should go at least so that you can give them the URL, the stream link. And I wasn't earning and they couldn't afford. So funds only.
Funds were the main issue, but I think 3 years later, Kavya was, I think you were started.
I sponsored the tickets.
Yeah,
right?
you have made money. So I think they're like, okay, you know what?
चलो चलते हैं बहू का देख लेंगे and then they basically came to talk about the wedding was going to be later that year.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, as soon as she graduated you guys were planning to get married.
So I had like that American thing, get down on one knee and ask to get married. I had done that earlier that year. And my Kavya called. You know how you call your friends and this is all Western influence, right? I didn't want to do it, but I knew she would like it.
Of course.
So I did this thing and she called her friend. She's like, I'm engaged. Okay, everyone's like, oh, congratulations. How did he do it? Show me the ring. All Western influence. I was thinking, dude, it's what the fuck? And then she called her mom. She's like, Mom, I'm engaged. She's like, how can you get engaged? We were not there.
So Indian.
Yeah, that is not engagement. It's not engagement if the family is not there. Yeah.
हमारे यहाँ रोका होता है सबके साथ.
Yeah, ASR caterers आया था क्या? नहीं, then it is not engagement.
Caterers book करना. शामियाना बुक किया तुम लोगों ने?
क्या होटल के balcony में? Fuck off.
हमें तो शामियाना चाहिए terrace में.
Yeah, हमको लाल blue alternating.
You need those two giant fucking king's chairs.
Yeah.
To sit on it where one day you feel like a fucking king.
Yeah.
With the red design on it. It's like the worst ones. But yeah, that's true. Indian parents are like that. Even my brother's engagement was so fucking. We wanted to keep it like low end, like keep it low end. But still, my dad ended up spending so much. I was like, what? Caterers only we have to pay so much.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then you see the amount of food they waste. It's like,
Yeah, caterers. We did one good thing at our wedding, which is again this. When you didn't have any money for food, then you appreciate every grain of rice. Yeah, you don't throw stuff.
Dude, I had that thing when I grew up in like NCC CATC camp.
Yeah.
I went there, like 9 days they will torture you so much. Like food will be bad, everything will be bad. 10th day it's called Bada Khana.
Oh yeah,
Bada Khana,
of course, yeah.
So fucking chicken is made, rice is basmati rice.
Dal mein 1 liter water is less.
Yeah. Dal mein pani is come. And it's like you get salad.
Oh yeah.
They don't have salad, it's salad.
Yeah, salad, green salad.
Salad रखा, salad भी ले लो वहाँ पे. Salad के पास कोई नहीं
Beetroot slices, tomato slices.
Beetroot, tomato, the
carrot,
cucumber,
onions.
पूरा रखा, कोई नहीं लिया.
Yeah.
सब बोले बेंचो chicken da.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted chicken.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, so when I remember 9 days I was like that, and I had in the middle I had fallen sick, and I had like 105 fever, and then the 9th or 10th day I had the Bada Khana. Bro, my mother always used to complain that Anand, you don't eat a lot, you don't eat a lot. That day I ate, bro. If she had seen the way I eaten that day, she'd like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Because it's like you understand, oh my god, I value food right now.
Yeah. No,
so I get it in US like with scarcity and all the shit.
Yeah, so when our wedding was happening, we told the caterers we had arranged an NGO.
Okay.
That actually, all they requested was, Tumhara shadi hai, when is the lunch? 2 o'clock. When can we come? We can come by 4. We will come, we will get our own vessels, we will separately pack everything and we'll take it and distribute it for poor people.
Oh, so sweet.
And it's fully free. And so they came in an auto, they had like these giant deep containers.
Got it, understood.
One mein rice, one mein sambar, one mein this thing, and they took it. Similar to that, the flours, so much wastage of flours, and that rice is there, right? You waste so much rice because you put it as akshata.
Yeah.
They took all of that and they have a bleach cleaning process.
Okay.
And they do that and reuse that for poor people.
Got it, understood.
Like, and
it's pretty noble, dude.
Yeah, very noble. And the flowers, they donate it to agarbatti making companies. Yeah.
I know, got it, understood.
So everything is taken care of. And I was pretty adamant about it.
That's a pretty good thing to do. I was just like, I had this random thought sometimes when I go to a wedding, I was like, man, when I get married, I want to do a registered marriage.
Dude, that's the dream, dude.
But like, the women you love will never let you do it. Because you know what? It's her say. It's her marriage. You're just attending.
In our case, we both wanted a small registered wedding and we wanted to throw a cool reception only for like 35-40 people.
Oh,
her 10 friends, my 10 friends, 20 family members.
Close family members, yeah.
Done. But no.
Once parents involved, they're like, dude, I remember like
my father-in-law was like, I've been to 600 weddings. I'm like, so 600 people are going to come? They're like, no, 600 invitations will be given. Around 1,000 people will come. We were like, whoa, just because you attended, they invited me to
that's the whole thing. They invited me, so I have to invite them.
Yeah.
But that's what parents should do. Blame it on the kids.
Yeah, just say that.
US bro, useless, full Western culture.
I was saying that, why don't you 20 best relatives, let them come. They're all wealthy people. We'll do it in the US. No one knows us.
Yeah.
We can, after the wedding, we can go to a restaurant, dude.
Oh,
yeah, simple, so easy.
So I thought this one reel that kind of like I saw it and it was like only romantic reel that I kind of liked. Yeah. It was just nothing. A couple in the morning they went to the register office. Yeah. They got married. Yeah. Afternoon they went to a nice restaurant to belt like food. Yeah. Evening they went to drinks. They went to a pub. And the girl is standing there like with the fucking. She's wearing Western clothes. Yeah. But she has that Mangal Sutra and she's dancing.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Like,
love it.
And the guy's taking the video. She's like, dude, the best wedding.
Yeah, superb.
Yeah,
amazing.
They're fresh as fuck.
Because our wedding got over, okay? And because we both are not religious, it didn't mean anything to us. It just felt like, यार 3 दिन बहुत थक गए यार, बहुत लोगों के लिए smile करना पड़ा, बहुत जगह पे बैठना पड़ा. That's how it felt.
Yeah.
Then we finally got registered in Bangalore.
Yeah.
Okay, we got the Koramangala family court.
Okay.
That's where we waited in line. Our Then we were looking for superstitious signs. We were wedding registration number 786. We were like, oh, Bismillah, right? You know, this very nice. Okay, a lucky number. So we got the registration done, and 3-4 hours we waited. We used influence. We still had to wait. Our wedding hadn't been long ago, so we had to go in the morning, get the photos printed to prove that Hindu Marriage Act requires you to do that.
Yeah.
That we got married. Here are the witnesses. Both our parents came. Only her parents, my parents, me and Kavya. We got the registration done. Finally, you get 3 copies.
Okay.
Registration copies. And so
Why
much.
3?
Yeah, that's
the number.
That's the number. 3 is the number.
One for each, and then one for like.
I kept one, safety. I'm like, dude, this is mine. I'm keeping it. My dad is like, give me the other 2. I'll keep it carefully. Within 10 minutes, 4 hours we have waited. We got this done. We are tired already. 10 minutes later, my dad came back, laminated the original. I'm like, Dad, you invalidated it. You can't laminate the original. They're like, no, so that it doesn't tear. I'm like, you do that with Xerox copies.
Yeah, you can't.
The moment you laminate an original, it becomes void. So 3 में से 2 void immediately.
So thank God you kept one.
I knew, dude. This middle class mentality. Yeah, I'm like, instead of helping kids in their marriage, they will laminate the marriage certificate. It's just bizarre.
Indian parents are so stupid.
Even that registrar saw it. They're like, it's void. You know that, right? It's void. Now no one will attest it. No officer will attest it. You'll need that original. Please keep it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is void, sir. This is gone. This is void. The registrar only told us.
And he went and laminated without telling anyone.
Yeah, because all these high courts have like many Xerox places.
But he was like,
just give it to me for 1 second.
Where did Dad go?
He went like tea and biscuit I'll bring and went and came back. He's like, see, it's laminated. And 5 people just went like, dude, why did you do it? We struggled to get this.
So funny, bro. They are so fucking funny. And I think I was telling it to like someone that if my dad was like, they have no, like they don't discuss, they think that they know everything. And they really estimate that a son is stupid.
Yeah.
Like, अरे उसको क्या पता होगा?
Yeah.
Because I remember my brother got married and it's like, dude, it's a Brahmin wedding.
Yeah.
And dude, it's from morning like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So 5:45.
5:45.
And my brother's tired as fuck because happening in Tamil Nadu. It's sweaty.
Yeah.
There are 2 big lights on you.
Correct.
And you're standing and it's like he's sweating.
Gives you a headache. You're not allowed to eat. Your acidity is building up.
He's sweating like a pig. He's supposed to smile to people, everyone who's coming on stage. Like, at least this is a wedding, so nobody came on stage to shake hands. But still, there are 500 people sitting there.
And they keep waving to you. They do just
like all that shit they do.
Yeah.
All that shit they do. Then the lunch happens, and you know, after the marriage, you have to like, there's a temple, this is in Kumbakonam, okay? Swami Mala. So you have to go to the temple, do a puja, like they got married now, and then you have to come back. Everything, okay? Then like fucking full on functions. Evening, he has to sit on a car, like the previous night, he sat on a car and they did one Urvalam.
Yeah, that old style car.
Old style.
That Kargatakaran car.
Exactly, Kargatakaran. So evening, this is like, the marriage is done. Now just parents, bride and groom are having lunch or like evening snack or something, okay?
Yeah.
My dad is like, "Nik tungi raha tha."
My God.
And I'm standing there, I'm like, Dad, what is wrong with you? Don't sleep off, okay, tonight.
What did your brother react
My
like?
brother he looked at him, dude.
Yeah.
I saw my brother, he got so angry, he just looked at him like, Dad, just shut up. Yeah. And my dad started giggling. Like, he's doing that again. He's doing that, he's having fun. My mom is like, yo, karma.
Yeah.
All that shit is going on. And then, dude, bizarre, I'm not even kidding, okay? Sambar guy came. He had like, he put the sambar and he had like 2 drumsticks in it.
Yeah.
Pieces of drumstick.
Yeah.
He's like, Murunga ka unnu konjam podunga.
Because aphrodisiac. Dude,
And he's telling, this hapra, and my brother is like, Dad, shut up.
Brother's like, hello, Shilajit packet. I have in my pocket. Relax.
The funny part was, this is not arranged marriage.
Yeah.
They've been dating for a while.
Yeah.
So, I mean, clearly.
I have that joke in my act where everyone's like, we'll do this mantra for Sambhavam. And before Sambhavam, you have to do 20 minutes mantra. I'm like, dude, my Sambhavam doesn't last 20 minutes. What the fuck?
And also, the Sambhavam happened way long.
Yeah, I mean, it happens sometimes 2 times a night. But one of my friends, also Tamilian, okay, Bangalore only the wedding happened, and his dad had booked like a 5-star hotel honeymoon suite for this thing, and he similar to your dad, he's giving him tip. It seems before he's closing the door to the car, he's like, TV volume increase and keep. So that even if you fall asleep, it will wake you up.
Oh, creepy, dude. Oh, for that, I thought. I thought completely.
2 in 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought like the neighbor shouldn't wake up.
Yeah,
Like, oh, dad, you think pretty high of me, dad. The one night she's only gonna give like,
No, it was. It's weird.
Oh, Indian men are very creepy. That's why I'm telling you, I don't want to. Like, if I ever get married, I really want it to be low profile because I want to have fun.
Yeah.
Because if you put me on a stage with so much lights, dude, every wedding I've been to and I look at the guy, I'm like, dude, he looks so uncomfortable.
I went to my friend's wedding. His dad is a politician. So 5,000 people came. So there is this line, huge line, and I was feeling bad because these 1,000 people are standing, and he's like, hey, you don't need to stand in the line. You come, okay? Very close friend. So I was like, sorry. And then he's like, dude, I'm struggling. Okay, on stage he's like, I'm struggling. He literally stopped the line. I don't care what they think. Ask them to wait for 5 minutes. I'm not meeting anyone for 5 minutes. Everyone is like, oh, कितना दूल्हा है, attitude दिखा रहा है. He's like, attitude नहीं दिखा रहा हूँ.
मैं थका हूँ.
मैं बहुत थक गया हूँ. मेरे आंखें बंद हो रहे हैं. मेरे पैर दुख रहा है. The girl cried on stage from pain.
Oh. Yeah, politicians' wedding, I can imagine.
And everyone's like, what happened? It's against her will, our wedding. So like, no, this reception is against her will, bitch. Right?
You are against her will. You being here is against. Dude, imagine the food that's wasted in that.
Yeah.
Like, they do no plan. Like, imagine like a politician, if he gets in touch with the NGO that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Imagine the amount of food that they will.
Yeah.
They will not come in at auto. They'll come in a fucking tempo traveler, like a big.
They will actually help on their son's wedding. They will help their constituency more than they have in the last 5 years.
Exactly. Actually, that day if you call those NGO, it'll be way better help.
Yeah.
Like, and also the food will be better. You're like, come and take this food.
Yeah.
And because politicians, dude, I have attended.
They get the best caterers. Yeah.
Best caterers.
This was a Gowda wedding, so the food was insanely good.
I went to my one of my friends, same Gowda wedding only. He was, dude. I think I told you this before. We were late. We were all finishing our shit and showing up. So we reached only like around 9:30. So we towards the end of the reception. Dude, when I went on stage, he couldn't even recognize me. He has met so many people that he's just like, hi, please come. He's become like autopilot. He's gone into autopilot mode where I was like, Gagan, And I'm like, I said, Gagan, are you away? Hey, Machan, too tired. Sorry, Machan. And I looked at the girl, okay, like, I'm his friend. She's like, dude, I don't give a fuck about him right now.
Yeah. For you, the fuck are you?
I want to divorce this guy right now. That's the way she had.
I want to divorce him. I want to kill my parents. I want to throw a rock on my in-laws.
Run away from this fucking... Dude, and I asked him, why is he so grumpy, bro? Then they told me 5,000 people attended the reception. 5,000 people took photos with him.
Dude,
do you really think he's gonna have it? I'm like, fair enough.
I don't know what, and also I'll tell you another thing. This is still better because what is the general reception, Indian reception thing? There is a stage, 2 people stand, people come.
Oh, left to right.
Left to right, starting, ending line, right? That is much better. We were like, hey, that looks very fake, bro.
Oh yeah, yours story was fucked up. We fucked up. Like, instead of them coming to you, said
we'll go to them. All the fucking 17,000 times we got pulled, bro.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
One uncle at the wedding, he's like, my father-in-law is introducing. He's Mr. Iyer. I studied with him in this, and he was my first boss. Very good guy. Sort sambar he makes. I'm like, wow, you think I'll remember this? And the other thing is that guy is like, so what? This Trump is starting some H1B visa. It seems it's. I'm like, you want to have this conversation
right now?
What is like? He wants to talk about H1B visa. Like he's making conversation, bro.
Yeah, basically it's like I know you're from the US, but I also know about how to get to US.
Yeah, it's not about you. It's still about me.
Yeah, exactly. At my wedding, at your wedding, it's about me.
Yeah, of course.
That's the whole idea. Dude, I think we should wrap it up 1 hour 7 minutes.
Hey,
we did a pretty long podcast.
Pretty long.
But yeah, a lot of frustration today. A lot of pet peeves came out.
I know it is not particularly a episode, but stick it out. Check out our new podcast, Impact in Line, which is a cricket podcast. Anand's he's putting out new reels on his Instagram. If you're not following him already, please do. And
it's the old reel. I'm just putting them again.
Yeah, whoever goes to his page, You'll see in his bio.
Like a detour.
Yeah, a podcast name. Okay?
Yeah.
Click on that. In that, you'll see another name.
No, it's written Elephant Room with Aditya Natarajan.
Oh.
Your link is there.
Yeah, please. Click on follow.
It's Elephant Room with Aditya. And now to add impact in line with Aditya Natarajan and fucking Somnath. Too much.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you so much for watching our podcast, guys. I hope you guys had fun. Please like, share, and subscribe. And this is the Elephant Room podcast. Aditya Natarajan, Anand Ratnam. Bye.